Hi guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I invite the gorgeous Milharet here. She lent me her canvas to create this fun spring makeup look for you. I mean, this could be any season because it's more like a creative fun makeup. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I just played with the color and this the look turned out. I thought they look quite fun and beautiful. I hope you like the look as well. This is not a makeup for everyone, but someone who loves to be creative and have fun, especially young makeup artists. I think this is a great way to show you that you can just play, go with the flow, and have fun with makeup. I hope you always subscribe to the channel and support the channel if you haven't yet. And then give the video a thumb up. And don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you. Milharet have gorgeous skin, but before she sit here, we only prep her skin with the 1-1 Skin eye mask, the black diamond face mask, and then I also have some Lumify eye drop as well. So now she's quite ready for makeup. For someone like this who don't want too much skincare product, you can put some hydrating primer and ready to go for foundation. But for me, I feel that personally, I find that when I prep the skin even more, the makeup holds throughout the day a lot better. Because right now, even she have a mask on, everything on, but I still feel that skin need even more hydration. And for deeper skin tone like this, it's so important to prep the skin really well. The first product I'm using is the Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Mask. This is a lip mask that you can use on daytime or at night. You can use them as an overnight lip mask. It does have shea butter, hyaluronic acid. It's instantly nourish and smooth and plump the lips. It's perfect for improve the appearance of the lips, especially a lot of us have like color a bit different from the upper and the lower one, so it helps the color even out. The next product I'm using is also from Fresh. It is the Black Tea Age Delay Eye Concentrate. Milharet doesn't need to use age delay at all because she's still young, but that's what I have in my studio right now, and I love this eye cream and the makeup, and that's why I use. But it's beautiful. It reduces the look of dark circle, puffiness, fine line. It still hydrates really well. It's smooth. But for younger skin, it helps to increase luminosity. Next, I'm going to use the 1-1 Skin Antioxidant Energizing Essence. If you use essence, I would use it before serum. So this is full of antioxidant and active botanical ingredient. The best way to do, you see I'm using right now, is just to press in the skin. It helps to plump and soothe the skin. This is great to prime the skin, and it helps for better absorption of other products coming in after. You see that I just press into the skin like this. I know SK2 have similar like this as well, but each of the brand they have similar, but each of them has a tiny bit different ingredient in each. But this is beautiful essence. You can feel that in the face. Next is both product, also from 1-1 Skin. This one is the Vitamin C Brightening Booster, and the other one is the Skin Celestial Black Diamond Day Cream. And the booster is, for me, you can use this alone. I generally mix them together. So basically, a little bit of the moisturizer, and then I put a few drops of the booster into the cream. You can use this for day or night. And the booster is supercharged dull skin, and it helps to brighten and reduce the look of pigmentation. It's improved elasticity of the skin. And for the moisturizer, it has collagen and hyaluronic acid. It helps to firm and smooth and hydrate the skin. All the yummy stuff the skin needs. You see that? Even the moisturizing booster, you can press or you can rub it on, but always give some love to the skin. Just really wake the skin up. Before foundation and concealer, I'm going to use a color corrector. This one is from NARS. A little bit around the eye area. This is one of my go-to color corrector. They have 4 shades. It helps to neutralize dark circle under the eye, or even dark spot, or any hyperpigmentation. You see that everyone who have deeper skin, not everyone, most of us who have deeper skin tend to have a little color discoloration around the mouth here. So I usually use the color corrector first a little bit. I mean, you don't need to use this. You can just cover by foundation concealer, but I find that you apply way less foundation concealer when you use color corrector. You see that you don't need to do too perfectly because you basically can apply foundation and concealer after. Put a little more around there. For foundation and concealer today, I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and Concealer. For all the shade that you want to find out, we list everything on the description box, so you can check out. We don't list anymore on the video, so let's make it easier. This is a foundation, is a medium coverage, but you still can apply more if you want to get more coverage. You know, you tip blend the brush, you get a lot more coverage. This is a foundation, definitely a cult favorite. I think it's one of the most well-known foundation out there for sure. It does give you that natural and glowy finish. And the great thing about this foundation is they has no SPF. For me personally, I like foundation have no SPF because I will apply SPF myself before I apply foundation. I don't want to mix into the foundation, and because just avoid flashback and stuff like that. This foundation is really great for do it for a wedding day, for red carpet, or any those occasion. This is a great foundation for. If you want to feel very safe that the foundation that lasts and work for you, this is a great one. You can't go wrong with it. A lot of people love this one. Use the tippling way to apply the foundation like this. You get way more coverage because you just really press the product into the skin, so it's covered really well. For the concealer, it is multi-purpose hydrating concealer. It does have a medium coverage. So as you can see, I use 2 different shades of concealer. The deeper shade is exactly the same shade of foundation. I use it to pinpoint anything that I want to cover more. Because if you use the same shade, it's actually look very seamless when you apply it to cover anything. And I use that around the nose, around the mouth, or anywhere I want to cover more. And then for the lighter concealer, I use a little bit under the eye area here. In the shade for the lighter concealer, I chose just like a shade and a half, 2 shades lighter. It's not a lot because sometimes if you chose the shade too light, it will look very strange underneath the eye as well. So you see that, just do a little bit. This one just like a shade and a half, 2 shades lighter. And just keep the under eye area a little bright. And I also use a little bit on this area here. This is a great brush if you use for that purpose. And then you can use the foundation brush. You blend the edges. You're gonna use this brush to make the nose bridge a little bright. Right here. A little bit around the mouth here. Same on this side. Next, I'm using the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick. This is a very smooth, creamy formula. This is the bronzer by you as a contour, and it's helped to warm up everything. And the shades I'm using, they are a little cooler, so it's not too red, because sometimes I find that use a bronzer stick as a contour, it looks too red sometimes. And this is a great shade for her skin color, and it feels like a second skin. So basically, I put a little bit here, all the area that I want to contour. There are many different ways to contour the face, so whatever works for you is, keep working like that. Some people, they do more lower contour here. They can show the whole jawline. I usually do on the jaw because I like to, just really shaping the jaw. But some people, they do the contour way on the bottom here, so it's all up to you. There's nothing wrong with how you do it. For me, whatever works for me, so I just do it. And the color, I think this is color, it looks very nice and subtle. You can see that it doesn't look too dark, and it looks like her skin because it blends so easy. I also use a little bit of the bronzer just to contour the nose a little bit. For powder, I'm going to use 2 different shades of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. All the shades I'm listing at the bottom here. I use 2 shades. The lighter shades I use under the eye area, all the light area that I apply the lighter concealer earlier. So exactly the same concept that I do the concealer, I just do the same for the powder. You see that all the area that I do with the lighter part is I apply the lighter powder, and then the other part I do for the rest of the face. This helps to mattifying. There are ultra fine formula. It helps to brighten and set under eye or over the face. This is great. The best thing about this is they have many different shades. I think 9 shades or something like that. I'm going to use Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant Warm Bronzer as well. And this is the shade I'm using. Just to set again where I did the contour bronzer earlier, the cream bronzer I used the contour earlier. This is a long wear transfer resistant powder bronzer. And the great thing about Fenty bronzer, they have a lot of shades. So you have a lot of choices there. You don't have to use this shade, there are other shades as well, but I love this shade. For eyebrow, I'm going to use two products from Refi Beauty. This is the brow pencil and the brow scoop to set the eyebrow after. This shades in clear. This is great for you just use alone as well. It really helps to set the eyebrow. This have like wax and gel formula is really, you can really scoop in there. The one thing is that it first go on, it's a little white, so it might worry you, but it's gonna set clear. The pencil, they have 3 shades, only 3 shades, but pretty universal. The pencil is very pigmented. It have really small, you know, like a fine tip like this that you can really draw the shape easily. To start, I decided to give our talent today a very like a skinnier brow, so I'm not gonna do like too much. I'm gonna do like a little thinner shape, and then I'm gonna brush all the hair up. So to start, I'm gonna draw backward like this, a little bit in the center. And then I'm gonna try to map the same way on this side first. So they're both very similar. And do like first like that, and then you can see to draw the shape a little bit. And I'm not going to try to cover all these hairs here. I'm just keep a thinner brown, but I'm going to brush up with all the hair in after. And I mean, she have natural eyebrow on the bottom there. I'm not gonna tweeze them. You know, there's comment gonna be like, why don't you tweeze them? But it's just for the look that I don't want to like tweeze someone's eyebrow. And then the great thing about this, you have the comb one side and then the gel one side. I'm just gonna use the gel. And then to set the eyebrow, you can see that when I first put on, it looked like I have a little bit of the white cast, but then it's gonna dry. You see that? And I just gel everything in place. Same on this side. For the eyes area, I'm going to use all these products. The Trish McVoy eyeshadow primer. And then I'm using the mini Novena and for Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Pro Pigment palette. And this is the one that looks like this. So I'm going to use the shades and here. So those are the shades I'm using. And then these new pencil they have. These are ultra pigmented long wear. And the shade I'm using is like a darker blue like this and the lighter teal color. And then the mascara also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. To start, I'm using a little eyeshadow primer. This is more tinted color. So just even out the eyelid area. But as you can see that I use everything many layers, but because I apply with gentle hand, I apply very little at a time. As much as how much makeup I put on, the talent doesn't look very cakey. So that's the key, you know. I mean, like you see that she have color corrector and foundation, and now it's the color primer. But if you look close up like this, doesn't look like she has so much product on. So that's the trick, is that you have to apply with very gentle hand, very little at a time, and it's the most important thing when you do makeup. Next, I'm using this shade. It's more like a deeper blue liner. I'm going to do one eye at a time so you can see it. So I do a little bit on the, actually it's better to do both. Turn this way. And I put in the upper waterline. Next, I use the blue color on the upper lash line. You can see that I do pretty close to the lash line and I smudge it out after. And remember, this is a long wear pencil, so you have to do one eye at a time. You can use black if you like, but I just use, just this is like a deeper blue. These are vegan and cruelty free, so it's waterproof, smudge proof. It's great when you do liner that you don't want the liner to move, and this is a great liner for you to use. Next, I'm using the lighter color for the inner part. Just create a little bit of gradation. Just keep in mind, this is long wear, they set really fast, so you know. If you're not fast, do one eye at a time. Maybe a little bit right here too. Next, I'm going to use a flat brush, and you see the shades right here. I'm going to do, remember, the best we use just a flat brush because you can press the product in. It helps not to get everywhere. And you see where I do the eyebrow liner earlier. I'm just gonna follow them a little bit and just really press the product in. And keep in mind that doesn't matter what eyeshadow you use, except cream shadow, any powder eyeshadow, if you use a lot like what I'm doing right now, it will have a little fall off, unless you dust it off first. So just do a little bit like this. I'm doing the same on the other side. Next, I'm using this shade right here. Just do around the transition area. Make sure you blend it to edge it out. You see that? Just soften up the edges like that together. You just blend into the other color so it doesn't have a heavy demarcation, unless that's the way you want it to look like. So it's just really personal preference. I'm doing the same on this side, and I just blend it up to the other color. And last, I'm using this shade with the flat brush like this. And I just go right on the crease area. You see, I just press the product in. I mean, you can do, with a cut crease, you can do with a eyeshadow primer to make it a bit more intense, but I'm doing this, it's just like, I don't need to because I just press the product in, it's still gonna give you that effect. So I'm doing the crease area. Same on the other side. So now what you can do is go back to the second color here. You just blend in the crease a little bit so it doesn't have a harsh line as well. I curl her lashes off camera, and now I'm using a little mascara. This one is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's called Lash Black Volumizing Mascara. This one is cruelty-free. It's intense jet black. You get a lot of volume from this. But after, I think I'm going to add a few individual lashes to give that little extra, volume on top, on the eye. The good thing about this mascara is that it doesn't clump or have flakes at all. I'm going to use some Adele 3D individual as well. They come with like short, medium, long, but I'm using mainly just short and medium. I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be right back. I think the 3D lash is quite fun. It's someone who wants thicker lashes, and I think for this look, I think it's great. I'm going to use the deeper color. I think I put a little bit along the lower lash line, just a little bit. I think it's nice to define the eyes a little more. And you see I used the small blending brush I used earlier. I just use a little bit. And this way make the eye look a lot bigger. Same on this side. For blush, I'm going to use this blush color from House Lab. They're quite bright, but I think this color is gorgeous. Even you have pale skin as well. If pale skin, you use a little bit, but on deeper skin, I think it's just sensational. The color is gorgeous. You see that I do a little bit, and then just press the color in again. And that's how you should apply blush. Don't do like this too much because you drag everything. You drag the skin, you drag the foundation away. This way you get the color without disturbing all the application you do earlier from the other step. You see that? It's gorgeous. This is the beautiful, clean, talc-free blush. And it's gorgeous. It's very hydrating and it's melt to the skin. It's basically like a second skin when you put in here. Very undetectable. I'm going to do the same on the other side. For highlighter, I'm going to use the Nessa Myricks Vision Flush Glow highlighter. The shade I'm using is called Majesty. It's a hyper radiant liquid highlighter. It's buildable, it's multi-purposes. You can use for all different purposes. You can use for as a shadow or mix into the foundation if you like to. Moisturizer, you can do that. And this also cruelty-free. The color I use is pretty subtle because I don't want the color too light on the skin. I think I do more like a skin-like color on our talent today. You see that? It's give you that highlight, but not too, I don't want to say popping, but that's what I'm trying to say. And then I use a little bit on the bridge of the nose as well. Just a tiny bit. I don't want to put too much, but just a little bit. For lips, I'm going to use two products from Lancome. The Absolute Rouge Drama Ink, the semi-matte liquid lipstick, and the lip liner pencil. The lip liner I'm using is a little bit deeper than the lipstick. I chose that in purpose. And the lip liner is waterproof and it's smudge proof. I'm just really use the lip liner to define the shape a little bit. Her lip is gorgeous, but I just want to follow exactly the shape. You see that I'm just doing exactly where it is. This is quite a bright lipstick color, but I love it on her. A lot of time when people have deeper skin, they might shy away from the bright lipstick like this, but I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. And this liquid lipstick, they are not drying easy, they're non-drying, they ultra matte, and it's very long lasting. It's just absolutely beautiful shades. To set the makeup, I'm going to spray the one side. This is super fine mist setting spray. It's 16 hours and is waterproof. That's the final look, guys. Today I'm just like, want to have fun with the color. It's something we just create. I just play them as I go. I didn't really plan out. I see, we got some of these PR package with the beautiful color, so I just want to play with them. I hope you enjoy the video. Give channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you.